Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. First of all, let's raise our praise to the Almighty God, Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala, who has given us mercy and blessing, so we are able to meet together in this place. And don't forget to send our salawat and salam to our Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, as rahmatan lil alamin. This session deals with the discussion of phonetics in terms of suprasegmental sound. Suprasegmental sound describe another type of sound which occur when segmental sound work together in language. Some linguists name this sound as the rhythm of a language which consists of stress and intonation. Firstly, suprasegmental sound. Indonesian learners of English context. In Indonesia context, many learners of English are of the opinion that having good English means memorizing many vocabularies, knowing many grammar rules, as well as speaking fluently. This opinion has made the learners to put priority to learn grammar and to memorize as many words and everyday phrases as possible. And the second, suprasegmental sounds. Introducing phonetics terms to enter into this discussion, it is necessary to explain some important phonetics terms related to explanation will be very helpful for the learners, facilitating them to understanding further discussion of this section. Or stress. Stress is defined as an emphasis in the form of loudness given to certain syllables in English word or phrase. Stressed syllables are commonly heard strong, loud, and long in contrast. Unstressed syllables are weak, soft, and short. Syllable. The syllable is a unit of pronunciation for words which is typically made up of one vowel sound with or without surrounding consonants. For example, the word water consists of two syllables, that is wa and ter. That's water, one syllable. The call quiet, bed, edge, star, hope, clean, thread, green, chair, cat, sign, white, law of hair, throat, it, raw. That is true syllable. The next is two syllable. The for example is party, par and t. Special, spe and still. Today, su and day. Okay, the next is three syllable. For example, in the word fantastic, that is fun, fast, and sick, and energy, N, R, and G. Okay, the next example is four syllable. That is understanding, understanding. Conversation, that is conversation. The next is five syllables. For example, in the word misunderstanding, misunderstanding, and determination. Organization, uncontrollable. Okay, the next is six syllable. Capitalization, responsibility. That is respond, C, bill, E, N, T. Okay, the next material is word stress. Word stress is a certain emphasis given to a unit of pronunciation or syllable in individual words, not in phrase or sentence as an individual item of a phrase or a sentence. Each word has its own stress which is put on syllable of the word. In English, short words usually have one stress, as in the word simple, it has two syllables. The stress is placed in the first syllable, and longer words usually have two stress. For example, in the word prison, breathe and end, give prison something to someone. Therefore, it is important that we stress the right syllable so people can adequately understand our words. We can use a dictionary to check the word stress of new words before using them. Primary stress, secondary stress, and unstressed. In most literature of phonetics acoustic on English, it is generally recognized that there are at least three levels of stress, that is primary stress, secondary stress, and primary stress in the strongest emphasis which is given to a syllable in a word. According to Plug Al and Consergi in 2007, primary stress is indicated by an acute accent. Secondary stress is a weaker emphasis than primary stress which is given to another syllable in a word. Place of stress. It is widely recognized that stress is generally placed in words. However, not all words are stressed. In English, many linguists and language practitioners agree that words can be categorized into two types, content and function words. Next is empathic stress. An empathic stress is an emphasis which is given to a word or a sentence and is said usually indicate importance. To single out, to compare, to correct, or to clarify things. He has listed some of the most common emphases as follows: deeply, strongly, with much feeling, fully, completely, without any doubt, positively, without any doubt, really strongly, sincerely, with my best wishes in mind. Okay, the next is intonation, pitch, and tone. Intonation is known as the other type of suprasegmental sound found in English. As for language, it is commonly described as a rising or falling pitch, maybe called pitch change. Over a group of words, intonation is not used to distinguish between two English words, but is used to distinguish different types of sentence such as statements, questions, comments, and requests. Intonation has two basic patterns of voice in speech. Alright, the next material is suprasegmental sound. In the word stress. As noted earlier that words of English are pronounced by using certain pattern of stress which should be known by the Indonesian learners of English. If they want their English easily intelligible and sound naturally to native speaker of English, many Indonesian learners of English may ask, why does word stress matter? To answer this question, let's start with a real-life example. In her head, this sentence was understandable to Seth. Dessert is my favorite thing. But when she said this to a friend, a native English speaker, can you guess what the source of the problem is? Well, the problem here is word stress. Saskia got the word dessert, sweet food eaten at the end of a meal. Alright, but she said it with the emphasis in the wrong place, and the words sound like dessert, a dry previous place. She should have said to make it sound dessert to native English speakers. Regarding misunderstanding in English literature, three general rules relating to word stress. Um, When articulating English words, they generally only have one stress, even if we recognize that there is a secondary stress beside the primary one. We can only stress vowels, not consonants. And word stress is complicated in English. Many linguists and language practitioners formulate stress rules to help the learners of English understand where to place the stress properly. That is better in 2006. Okay, I think that's all for me. Thank you for your attention. I'm sorry for any mistake. And Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.